Hi Mama! Welcome to the Claim Your Crown series, a mom's journey to worth and purpose. Now, I'm Christine, your creative identity guide, and I'm so glad you're here. Now, this episode is for moms who feel stuck, scattered, or like they've just set aside who they really are. If you have too many ideas but not enough finished projects, if you're ready to embrace your creativity as identity, not just as a hobby, then you're exactly in the right place. Yay! So every week, we're going to be talking about real transformation, faith-centered growth, and practical ways to reclaim who you are. This is all beyond your responsibility, beyond your roles. And because you are more than just a mom, it is time for you to remember that. So grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever you're sipping today, get comfortable, and let's talk about claiming your crown. Let me paint a picture for you. You're scrolling Instagram and you see a beautiful DIY project. You save it. Then you're at Michael's and you grab supplies for 3 different ideas. Then you open up Canva to design something, but you end up starting 5 new projects. And then you remember that course you bought 6 months ago that you haven't finished. And suddenly you're drowning in ideas, surrounded by unfinished projects, feeling like you can't commit to anything because what if you choose wrong? What if you waste time on the wrong thing? Can we just pause for a second, please? Now, this isn't about being scattered or undisciplined. This is about something much deeper. You're overwhelmed because you're trying to figure out who you are through products instead of process. You're stuck because you think creativity is about what you make rather than who you are. And that, Mama, is why you can't finish anything. See, when I was in my scattered season, my caterpillar season as I like to call it, I was going in all directions. I would start making something and then I'll wonder if I should be making something else instead. I would invest in one idea and then second guess it, especially when I saw someone else succeeding in something else or talking about some cool idea. I was busy. I was in constant motion, but I wasn't moving forward. And here's what I finally figured out. I was treating creativity like it was about the outcome, about the product, about what I could sell or show or prove. But creativity, real creativity, it's about the process. It's about problem solving. It's about brainstorming, the exploring, the discovering who you are through the act of creating. Isn't that cool? Now, once I understood that, once I realized that I love the creative process more than making products to sell on a big scale, everything shifted. Everything. I stopped feeling guilty about unfinished projects because I understood that they served their purpose. They helped me explore. They had taught me what I loved and what I didn't. They had been part of the process of my becoming who I am now. Okay? Now, let me tell you what creative overwhelm really is. It's your soul feeling full, telling you something. It's creativity trying to break free from the box of, I have to make this specific thing, and move into, I am a creative being exploring my gifts. Now, the reason you can't finish projects isn't because you lack discipline. Well, for the most part, sometimes that's the case. But it's because you're finishing the wrong projects. Or more accurately, you're trying to finish projects that were never meant to be finished. They were meant to teach you something about yourself. Here's what I want you to understand. Every mom is creative. Every single one of you is. You make decisions every day that require creativity. You solve problems. You adapt. You figure things out. But you've been told that creativity is about making things, about crafts and products and tangible outcomes. So when you start something and don't finish it, you feel like you failed. But what if those unfinished projects were actually successful? What if they did exactly what they were supposed to do? Help you explore, learn, and discover more about who you are. Now, I'm not saying you should never finish anything. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to know why you're creating something before you start. Are you creating to explore, to learn, to process, to express? Then finishing might not be the point. Are you creating to serve, to build something meaningful? Then finishing matters, but in a different way. The shift happens when you stop asking, what should I make? And start asking instead, who am I becoming through this creative process? Let me give you a practical example from my own life. I used to think that I needed to make and sell handmade products on a big scale. I went crazy. I still have a lot, but that's what I felt my business had to be. So I would start creating products, get overwhelmed by the production aspect, and feel stuck. And then see another idea and start that instead. So I had so many unfinished products and finished products, so many abandoned projects, and I felt like a failure. But then I realized I don't actually want to mass produce products. I love the process of creating. I love brainstorming. I love problem solving. I love designing. But I don't love the repetitive production part. Once I gave myself permission to honor that, to structure my business around what I actually love about creativity, everything changed. And it's still changing. I'm learning more about myself the more I go into this. Now I create courses, digital resources, community experiences. That's a big one. I design workbooks, frameworks. Now, I do craft occasionally when I'm inspired, but not out of obligation, not because I have to or I need to. And guess what? I finish things now because I'm finishing things that align with who I actually am. So here's your work for this week. I want you to take a look at all your unfinished projects, all of them. And instead of feeling guilty, I want you to ask, what did this project teach me about myself? So go through each unfinished project and ask yourself, what did this project teach me about myself? Maybe it taught you that you love painting, but you hate precision work. Maybe it taught you that you love designing, but not executing. Maybe it taught you that you need more structure, or maybe it taught you that you need less. Every unfinished project has something to teach you about who you are and what kind of creative life you want to build. And then I want you to choose one thing, yes, just one thing. The one thing that aligns with who you are becoming. Not who you think you should be. Not what you think will make money. Not what looks impressive on Instagram. Not what your friends are doing. One thing that when you work on, you lose track of time. One thing that feels like coming home to yourself. One thing that honors both your creativity and your life as a mom. And I want you to finish that one thing. Not perfectly, not with all the bells and whistles. Just finish it. Complete the cycle. Now, here's what happens when you finish something that's truly aligned. You prove to yourself that you can finish things. You build trust with yourself. You create momentum. And that momentum, that's what carries you from overwhelmed to alive. From scattered to settled. From too many ideas to clear, purposeful action. You're not scattered. You're not undisciplined. You're not failing. You are a creative being who's been trying to fit into boxes that were never made for you. And it's time to break free. So if what I'm saying resonates with you, If you're tired of feeling guilty about unfinished projects and ready to understand what you're creating is actually trying to tell you, then I want to invite you into our community. Okay? You have a sisterhood of women, other moms who understand, who have been where you are, who are figuring this out alongside you and I. Now, you don't have to do this alone. And honestly, you'll get so much further when you're surrounded by women who get it. Join us at Creativity and Clarity for Moms on School. Let's turn those ideas into action. The kind of action that actually feels good and honors who you are. Now, if you're ready to weed through your ideas and start creating, if you want to learn more about your creative identity, then keep an eye out on the community because something exciting is coming soon. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Hey Mama, and thank you for being here today. Thank you for choosing to show up for yourself, for your creativity, for your purpose. Now, remember, every day you choose intention, you're choosing to become the woman you're meant to be. And every time you honor your creativity, you're teaching your family what it means to be fully alive. You're not alone in this journey. You're part of a community of moms who are claiming their grounds, embracing their full identity, and transforming their families through creativity. So if you love this episode, please share it with another mom who needs to hear this. And leave a review because it helps other moms find us. Okay, so until next week, keep showing up, keep creating, keep claiming. I'm Christy, the Creative Identity Guide, and I'll see you in the